What's up? We left Wall, South Dakota this morning and started our trip back home, coming east across I-90. Oh, Jesus Christ. I-90, just don't. We'll talk about that in future videos. It's been an adventure. We knocked out about 440 odd miles today. We're trying to get to Milwaukee tomorrow, and then we're going to do the Harley-Davidson museum and stuff day after tomorrow. But we stopped in a place called Blue Earth. Blue Earth. Where the hell is it and what is it? Well, Blue Earth is in Minnesota. We actually stopped here on the way out to grab something to eat at a little Dairy Queen that was off I-90, which is how we knew about the place. But the other thing about Blue Earth is it is the home of the Green Giant. Kind of kooky, kind of kooky. This is the Giant Welcome Center and Museum. We're actually staying at a Super 8 down that road, right off of I-90. Cheap little hotel, which is what we needed for tonight. The Green Giant company's already closed for today, so I don't know. Maybe we'll check that out in the morning if they're open when we come over for breakfast at the Dairy Queen. But what I wanted to do, we've gone about, I think, close to 2,700 miles so far on this trip, maybe a little more. Oops, here comes a car. And I thought what I'd do is, before I unpack the bike for the night, just kind of do a quick update to let you know how the mods are performing that I covered in the video that I'll drop a card to, a link here somewhere on whatever side. In case you want to take a look at that. I'm not going to go everything, just a few things, but here's Sophie, and she is a dirty winch right now, but you know, that's what you get when you're coming across the plains like that. This is how we've been traveling on this ride. You can see the one thing I haven't talked about before was the Kuryakin freeloader duffel bag, which is okay. It's a duffel bag, but yeah. So let me. I guess the two things. Oh crap! There's a kid over there. I can't get a kid on YouTube. Can't have a child on YouTube. Let me go over the two things that I think made the biggest impact, or were, I guess, maybe the best ROI for the trip. So the first one is definitely the 17-inch windshield for the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing. I really do not like the way this looks on the bike, but it performed well most of the time. Did its job and kept the wind off of me. The only problem that I'll say that I had with the Memphis Shades, and it may have been with any size windshield, but definitely with this one, is when we were coming across the plains coming out, less extent today, but we were dealing with crosswinds that were gusting. Oh my God, I don't even know. I mean, today we were dealing with crosswinds gusting about 30 to 35 miles an hour. These were worse going out. And what would happen is the wind would catch that Road Warrior, because you know it's not that aerodynamic, and it would start yanking it, pushing it back and forth, which would in turn make my bars go back and forth. I actually a couple of times, more than a few times, had to reach up with one hand and grab a hold of the fairing to stabilize it. I think it would have been better in those conditions not to have had that on, or to have had a shorter windshield. But other than that, I mean, I can't blame the fairing for that. That was just crazy ass. We had no idea to expect crosswinds like that. So that's the first thing. The second, number two, is probably the thing I really didn't think about. I mean, I didn't intend on doing it, and that's this that's the Mustang wide tripper seat. This has the solo seat. It has the passenger pad and then the removable backrest. And you know, I think I mentioned in the other video, I picked this up off a Facebook group, off Marketplace. One of the guys in the Facebook group sold it to me basically less than half price. That's the only way that I would have gotten this. And I got it a couple of weeks before the trip. I put about 400 miles on it before we left. You know, it was virtually brand new when I got it, and it has just done an amazing job. I'm not sure how we would have done the first few days on this trip without this backrest, because I was in so much pain with my lower back that I don't think if I would have had my speed merchant seat, I'm not sure we would have got through the first few days without having to have kind of restacked the whole trip and taken a couple of days downtime somewhere for my back to fully recover. As it was, I was able to put a pad, a medicated pad with some nerving agent or something on my lower back, and with this backrest, which kept pressure against my back where that pad was, it was crazy comfortable. And this is my Squoosh pad. I've rode around out in South Dakota, out in the Black Hills, in the Badlands without the pad, and the Mustang seat without the pad drops me probably another inch lower than my speed merchant, and definitely further back. It's definitely comfortable. I would recommend the seat. The pad lifts you up a little bit more and changes that position, but that's it. So that was number 2. And man, there was nobody here when I stopped, and now all of a sudden we got kids and everybody coming around to see the big giant. So the Leather Pros, you know, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here because this will be the first video when I get back that I'll do, will be a detailed review of the Leather Pros. They've been good bags. They've done what I needed them to do. There are a few things that I don't like about the Leather Pros, and that will be the subject of the review video that I'll shoot when we get back home. But other than just the few, and it's really not like it's stuff that sucks about the bags, just things that I don't really like about it as much as I thought I would, or some things I didn't know about. I do not have these at their full capacity. I could actually get another couple of inches out on each one if I zipped it or unzipped it, but I didn't want to do that. I easily could have accommodated my rain gear that I've got set up here under a bungee net, but one of the things I wanted to do coming back was to have this on top of my top case to kind of keep some of that direct sunlight from heating up the top case so much, since that's where my camera gear was. So that's that. Oh, the pipes. Can't really tell here because it's the sun's on the other side. The TBRs, love the pipes, and I'll have to do some photos. Maybe I'll take a shot here in the morning and throw the photo up here, but you can see how we're already starting to get that patina on the head pipes. It's really a lot of purple and blue coming in there, and I've got some of the gold coming in down on the end piece of the exhaust. Heat shields are they're starting to turn a little bit. I'm not sure how much the heat shields are actually going to turn, but aesthetically, love it. They look good. The only thing I'll say about the exhaust and the change in performance is this really shifted power and torque up in the higher bands, and that made that took me a little while to get used to. I'm still not quite used to getting to where all that lies now, because it's at a higher RPM range than I'm used to. But all in all, I'm happy. Yeah, so there you go. I hope that helps. I know a lot of you have sent me DMs on Instagram or have dropped comments on the touring video that I did where I talked about this setup. So hopefully I've covered most of what you had asked about in this little quick review. We'll do something a little better once we get back home later this week. Poopy likes the new shield, don't you, Poopy? Yeah. So yeah, so that's it, guys. We still got a few days, probably another 6 days on the road before I get home. We're having a blast. Hope you guys are having a good time. So I will say good. Oh man, there's kids over there again. What's up? It's like, it's late. It's late. It's like 7 o'clock. No, the kids aren't supposed to be out. They should be in bed. What are you gonna do? So we'll say goodbye from Giant Land. Bye-bye. Peace, guys. I gotta go find PJ. I don't know where he went. He was supposed to be here, but